Welcome back, everybody, to Southside Boy Style. Here again with another video, another car video. Introducing a car and putting new LED headlights in that car. That's what I'm doing today. It's a nice day here, actually. A little bit cloudy, but it's a half decent day. It's not cold out at all. No wind. Strange for Newfoundland, but that's what it is. So here today, I'm going to be talking about this Hyundai Elantra. I picked this one up a few days ago. I have finally retired my 2013 Equinox. She's gone bye-bye, guys. She's gone bye-bye. Now I have this one. I got it insured. I got it licensed. It's on the road. I'm driving it. So far, seems to be good. I'm not familiar at all with Hyundai Elantras, but I have one. Seems to be riding good, really good on fuel, and so far in the last week I haven't ran into any issues with the car. And the one thing about this one is, I'll show you guys. Now it's dirty, of course, because I haven't cleaned it yet. It's a 6-speed standard. So this car is a 6-speed standard. And I'll tell you, for this little 1.8 engine, it's pretty peppy. It's not bad. I'll start it up and show you guys. There you go. It's coming to life. Now, one thing I did install, I did put a digital gauge because I like a digital gauge. So I just installed one. It runs by satellite. It's actually to the point good, like accurate. But I've been using those for a while, so I know what they're like anyways. There's 169,000 on it, which is kilometers, guys. So that's 169,000 kilometers, not miles. And so there you go, that's that. Only takes a minute for the satellite to pick up on the digital speed gauge. And well, guys, you know it's final when I have the picture of my woman on the mirror. So you know that's my main vehicle. It didn't need anything for inspection, nothing like that. I got it for a good price, and I'm quite happy with it. The only thing I didn't like was the stereo system that's existing in it. So I actually reached out, and I have a complete whole new dash system coming with the touchscreen stereo, you know, for rear camera, navigation, all that coming for the car. And I'll put a picture in that for you guys so you guys can see right there somewhere, or right there somewhere, whatever. So it's going to be all touchscreen. This is all going to be different. It's the actual dash for this car if it would be a touchscreen stereo system. It has air conditioning, heated seats, all of that. You know, it's just a typical car, right? It's just a typical car. There's nothing special about it. I'm kind of happy it's a 6-speed. Kind of strange that reverse is top left. And remember, guys, one thing about me is I'm tall. So when I buy a car, I have to be able to fit in it. And right now, I only have the seat back halfway, and I have a lot of headroom in this car, which, you know, it's the only way I'll be able to buy it if it had headroom, and which I'm lucky. And for me, I'm very comfortable driving it. Seems to be okay. No issues there. So it came with all good winter tires on it, and it actually came with another set of tires for the summer and nice rims. So that's pretty good. Now, just me being me, obviously I looked into these cars, and a lot of people talk about these 1.8 Hyundai Elantras, and they say that they have piston slap. You can develop piston slap over time. There's been a few issues with these make and models of Elantras, and one is timing chain adjuster causes problems. So what that is when you first start the ignition, you would hear a rattle for just a couple seconds, and then it would go away. I'm lucky this one doesn't have that yet. Okay, this one doesn't have none of that yet. 3 reasons for the rattling on the first initial start would be the timing sensor, or the timing adjuster, or actual piston slap, which from what I gathered was from the injectors putting gas sitting on top of the pistons, and that would cause piston slap. Now when they went to GDI, I think they changed that system, so they stopped it. But this car doesn't have that, and I'm lucky. I can start it up and show you. There's nothing, no noise is coming from this one. So right now, so far, we're lucky. And so the only thing I don't like about this car is the headlights, and I'm not really a fan of LED lights, but I'm kind of stuck with no choice here because these lights are not very bright. And when you're in low beam, remember I'm here in Newfoundland, guys, so for me, yeah, so I'm here in Newfoundland, and in the nighttime it's, you know, not very bright outside. It's pitch dark, especially if you got any kind of weather at you. You can't see anything. And here on the island, we're constantly watching it for moose, right? So got to be careful of that. So what I bought for this car are the Bright Nights LED headlight kit assembly. And these actually, they're 8,000 luminous per pair, 300% brightness, and this car has a 2-bulb assembly, right? So from what I've been gathering, and I know these lights because I actually have them in Faith's Honda Civic, and they're really good. One thing that I notice is I'm probably going to be able to get this one right here. If I turn that dial. But as I look at this one over here, I don't know what's going to happen here because we got a fuse panel kind of in the way. I might have to pull the light, and I don't even know how to do that with this one, guys. I don't know anything about elantras, so I don't know how that's actually going to work, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out together. Now, per instructions, I'm going to show you guys. Per instructions, it says you have to have, you see how this right here is protruded out? This has to be 3 o'clock, and with this piece up here like that, and this has to be 9 o'clock, so 3 o'clock. So basically, with it up like that, it has to be like that, which it's going to be difficult to do that, but I'm certainly going to try. Let me lay this one down. Now, like I said, guys, I already know how these bulbs are, so I didn't have to do no investigation on them or anything like that. I knew what they were going to be like. Now, I don't want to break none of this, and it's kind of hard for me to show you guys how this is working, but I wouldn't be able to get you in here if I tried. So I have the other side done, guys, and I'll show you after. But this one is going to require more work because I got to figure out how to remove this headlight, which I kind of don't want to do, but kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? But I think it shouldn't be too bad. I have a Phillips right there, a Phillips right there. I'm going to get my Phillips. Okay, so guys, I got the headlight out. So what you have to do is you have to take out this bolt, these two bolts, which are right here. That's these two bolts. Unscrew this clip, this clip, this clip, and you have to pry just a little bit out on the bumper, just a little bit like this, and you have to pop the headlight just out of that circumference, that hole, and then slide it out. That's how it comes out. Of course, unplug this wire first. It's actually pretty simple, and I'll show you the procedure of putting it back in. Okay. Okay, so we're going to unscrew this one. These are not easy, guys. You had a little bit of torque in you to get these out. You have to take this one out. You have to, I don't want to scratch my headlight. And you have to unplug this one. These are still good bulbs, by the way. It's just that they're not very bright. I need brighter. Then we have to take out our bright night. The only thing I'm failing to understand is they're saying you have to put it at a certain angle, but that's kind of not working for me. This headlight seems to be different than the way the bulb fit in the other one. Not quite sure why. I may have to remove this one as well over here, so you guys will get to see how it comes out, because I want to make sure these bulbs are done properly. Okay, I got my 12mm to take it right here. You have to be very careful. From what I'm seeing of this, you have to be very careful, because it'd be very easy to crack the bumper or crack a headlight. Then you got these bolts. I already took these screws out here. They're out. That's that one. Now, as I said, guys, I already took these screws out down right here, those little plastic screws. And yeah, it's the same procedure. I can't see it. Unplug the connection here, because you don't want that being in there. And it's a bit tactical, because you got to pry out on this so that you don't crack the bumper, because it has to come out, see? And you have to kind of lift up on the light at the same time. It's a little bit tricky, trust me, but it comes out fairly easy, see? Okay, I'm going to take a look at this and I'll be right back. Right there. Okay, so this one is in. Getting this back in, guys, is probably going to require some finesse that I technically don't have, but I'll try. It's not a lack of trying that I won't do it. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta use a little finesse, guys. Sometimes you just gotta use that little bit of finesse. I hope the other side goes like this one. So that's one. So guys, you can see the bulb is installed, and then I'm going to screw this cone back on. That's your weather seal. Sometimes these are a pain, but it's not so bad now because I took the lights right out, and you have to twist them, and I'm telling you, they're not easy. But slowly when it's racing, there it is. Now this side is probably going to be a little bit more difficult. That's what I found out. But we'll see. We'll see how difficult it might be. Again, we have to oh, it actually fell right in place, guys. Imagine that. It fell right in place. Literally fell right in place. Now, I'm going to turn these lights on. I'm going to put this screw on. I'm going to turn them on and see how they look. And then I'm going to clean them. Well, I gotta plug it in first. There we go. See, guys? See, guys? LEDs. And I'm telling you, I drove that car out of town last night in the rain, and I couldn't see anything. But now we're gonna clean these lights up too, guys. We're not gonna keep them looking like that. Okay, so guys, there we are. LED lights are all installed. They're nice and bright. A lot better than what it was. Everything's put back together. All I'm going to do now, I'm going to put these little screws back into the front fender. Like this. That's one. And I'm going to screw them in with the screwdriver. That's two. This one is, when I get it in there, it's going to be three. And one more, two more. You can shut it off yet. Okay. And now we're going to put this screw in here. And we're going to put, where did the other one go? Right here. Then we just got to screw that in. Well, you don't need to screw it in. Push it down. Yeah, it works perfect. One has to be screwed in. Let's get the screwdriver. And let's screw E in. Tight. And then I'm going to make sure these are tight, guys. I'm going to tighten these. They're tight. They're all tight. That's good. That's good. Okay, so guys, we got the LEDs installed. You met the new car. There it is. And I guess you'll be seeing a bit more of that one. It's not like I'm going to do any work with it, really. I just had to get the lights a little bit brighter. You know, a lot of nighttime driving and need to see. That's always good. So thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to leave me a like over there, a subscribe over there, And don't forget my merch. You can always check into my merch. And I'll see you on the next one.